Hi, YouTubies! It's me, Zachary Michael. Also, my hair's just looking so. Listen. This was unplanned, but I just caught a glimpse of myself, and my hair's kind of hairing right now. She's kind of looking good. I did not call nurses fat. First of all, I said overweight, and what I meant to say was overworked. And neither of those words are overweight. So just so we're clear. Just so we're clear. I didn't say anybody was overweight. Anyways, hi YouTubies. We're here. We're queer. Get used to it. And we're back again on the Twitch re-upload channel. I think I'm a little bit more with it today. I was really running on fumes by the time we got to the Twitch stream yesterday. So when y'all watch yesterday's re-upload, I'm sure I was. I'm sure it seemed like I was just cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I'm in a better place today. we're a little bit more rested. Anyways, one of the things I am very interested in is maybe potentially going down a new niche rabbit hole of YouTube. I'm very aware that there's a community of people both on the internet and then just in general that live in RVs full time. And thankfully, a girly pop that we already watch, Southern Wife Everyday Life, Tabitha, she is venturing on a new journey. As you can see by this video right here, it's called Embracing the Adventure to Our Forever Homestead. Bar. Full-time RV living. Which is interesting because doesn't homestead... Like, she's always talked about being a homesteader. But doesn't... And chat, maybe correct me if I'm wrong. Like, live in real time. But doesn't chat suggest that, or chat, doesn't homestead, the word homestead, doesn't that suggest that you're staying in one place and you're building a home, you're relying on the resources you have at home? Like, homesteading also always gives me like prepper adjacent vibes. Like, maybe I just don't understand what she means by homestead.
Love my cream of wheat.
I'm curious where she's going to store her food hoard.
Well, Jamie, thank you so much for those bits. And that's another great point. Like, she is somebody who keeps a pretty, like, thorough pantry. I don't know if she's necessarily prepper vibes, but she is somebody that has consistently talked about, like, you know, building your own pantry at home, making a lot of your own spices and seasonings. That is something that I appreciate about her. Like, she, instead of just using those seasoning packets all the time, she has made a lot of her own. Oh, she has a whole bedroom dedicated to canning and prepping. Interesting. So I don't know. I'm just curious about it. I see the people in the chat saying, let her cook. We're gonna let her cook. This is the intro. This is the intro for maybe people who don't know why we're here talking about her. We're just vibing. This is the Peter Bond intro of it all, okay? I'm just gonna talk for a long time before we get to the reaction. Now, what was actually originally suggested by people from the Twitch community was that she actually has a video on her channel right now where she gives a tour of the RV and inside of it. But then they also said that we shouldn't really watch that without watching this one first. And so I feel like we just gotta watch this. And if we want everybody in the community to have the same reference points and things like that, like, we need to watch this too. So I'm just gonna get everybody on the same page. I haven't watched any of it, obviously. Well, maybe that's not obvious. But we're gonna do it. Sorry, sometimes you just gotta stop and put on chapstick. So we're gonna do this potentially today, depending on how much time we have. We might jump in to the RV tour Or maybe we won't. I don't know. I will also say there's only one other YouTuber I've ever watched that lived in an RV full time. I actually, that's not even why I followed her either. I don't know what this is. Actually, isn't Dr. Todd Grandy, didn't Chantal reference him or something? Either way, this is who I was looking for. This girly. I found her because I was going down a Weight Watchers rabbit hole once upon a time. And this girly pop loves the Weight Watchers. But her and her husband were living in an RV full time. And then she split from her husband for a while. And because he had some like drinking problems. And now she's back with him, but they moved out of the RV and they live in an actual house now. So that's everything you need to know about Amanda Lewis. But I was watching her for a long time. I don't watch her as often these days because I don't know. Like I'm just not interested in. Wait, what? She's doing Whole30 now? Now see, she kind of changes her diet a little bit frequently too, because she stopped doing Weight Watchers for a while and started doing this like Simply Filling thing. But what is Whole30? Like, why is she doing Whole30 all of a sudden? That's interesting to me. That's real interesting. Actually, the reason she stopped doing Weight Watchers for a while was actually because they were doing or saying something, like somebody that owned Weight Watchers. Well, doesn't Oprah own Weight Watchers? There was something shady going on with it for a while. And I don't remember exactly what it was, but that's why she quit doing Weight Watchers. But then she started doing it again. Anyways, this video isn't about Amanda, outside of the fact that Amanda used to live in an RV full time, and then she stopped for some reason with their 2 dogs. Anyways, should we get into see what old Tabitha's up to? If you're ready to get into the old Southern Wife Everyday Life video, if you're ready to get into finding out what's going on with Destiny's sister Tabitha, can you put some 69s in the chat? Not she looks so bitey. Stop that. Bad. Nobody asked for foots in the chat, Paps78. I don't know why you're posting feet. I don't know why you're posting feet emojis. Yeah, people have said that about her before, Purple Pros. They really have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You make me feel like 11. All right. Fun fact, this is the elusive ex's sister that FBI Frank contacted. I had heard that FBI Frank got in touch with old Tabby. All right, let's get to. Do I got the volume up? I think I got captions already turned on for her, so we should be good there. And let's go. Let's do it. Is this actually Destiny's sister? That's what I had heard. Yeah, yes.
So we are now officially homeowners again, but it's...
Girl, what? Wait. Why would she cut off her own thought with that music? And also I'm going to have to mute that music because it's definitely epidemic sound.
We're now officially homeowners again, but it's...
And we gotta mute the music. Rancid Queen, thanks so much for 22 months of subscribing with Prime. Alright, she's going to a truck. What is this angle? Is she on the ground? Wait, look how low she is. Or is this like, is she short? Or is that truck just really big? Why is she down so low? Why is she down so low? She's a short girl, but she's gone too far, and you know it don't matter anyway. You can say, money won't get you too far. Are we done yet with the music? Where are we going? Where is this adventure? Oh, what is this? Oh, it's Hardee's! Triggered. You could have given me a warning. I used to work at the Hardee's. I used to work at the Hardee's back in the day. I spent like 4 years of my life, probably, altogether working at the Hardee's. Wait, first of all, I love Hardee's. Who was I just talking to? Somebody was talking. Oh, I was talking to my friend about how he used to work at Panera, and for me, Panera is like hospital food, and I'm just like, I can never. And he's like, oh, I like still like eat there, and I get good feelings about it. I'm like, yeah, honestly, probably similar to eating at Hardee's for me. Like, I love a Hardee's breakfast biscuit. I really do. Like, look at this breakfast food. Hardee's breakfast food slaps. If you've never been to a Hardee's and had the breakfast biscuits, the biscuits made from scratch. It's so good. All right, welcome. Is the music over yet, girly pop? Are we done with the music? Please don't stop the music. Wait, please stop the music. Music. Please stop the music. Okay. Oh, the mushroom and Swiss burger at Hardee's. I never ate the mushroom and Swiss burger because I don't like mushrooms, but the mushroom sauce that you put on it always smelled really good to me. Okay, she's done. She's done with the music, I think. So we can unmute. I'm guessing that's the Hubs. I'm guessing that's Mr. Tabitha. I'm guessing that's Mr. Southern Wife Everyday Life.
What are we doing here?
We're homeless.
We're not.
Wait,
homeless.
what is he smoking?
We're not.
What? Can I get a rip of the vape? Can I take a vape hit?
Homeless.
We're gonna be bougie homeless.
But we're
Bougie homeless.
about to have a house on wheels.
Since we're gonna be bougie homeless.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We'll see.
We're gonna be like a band of gypsies. Just rolling from town to town.
Okay, but the chemistry's off. Also, just in case people didn't know, gypsy is a word that is used as like a slur for Romani people. To be quite honest, I'm not super familiar with the Romani people. I just know from people telling me in history that that's not like a great word to use if you're not, well, just in general, it's just not a great word to use. But yeah, so in case people are wondering, but also outside of that, the chemistry here, I feel like he's just like, I'm not the one that gets on camera. Like, why are you putting me up to this? And it feels like he's giving, like typical, like, I'm too cool for school kinds of answers here. But maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I'm sorry, I don't like this couple. Crazy Pollo Loco, I think you can say you don't like this couple without, like, making disparaging comments about the way that they look or you perceive them looking. Just as a quick vibe check. Like, I think there's probably some other things that you could say outside of that.
Down to town. We really don't know what we're doing.
What's in his... Oh, it's the... I was like, what's in his mouth? As if I didn't just go on about him vaping. I'm like, also, sir, can you not put the vape down just to film this video with your wife? Is it possible to just put it down while filming?
Here we go. Embracing the adventure. Hello, everybody. Welcome
Hi.
back, or welcome if you are new. We just pulled up at an RV park, or an RV
Dealership.
dealer.
Okay.
And we're gonna go look at maybe a future home. Yeah.
It's weird saying it out loud.
Yeah. So let's go.
This damn music again. Ooh, oh wait, is this a little tour? The Stacy Stewart collection? Who's she? Could you imagine? I can't imagine living in this, like, permanently. Like, it's one thing to go camping in one of these and stay there for, like, a weekend. She said, try to react to this. I know. She said, I know what gets Zachary Michael. Oh, wait. Oh, she's talking. Oh, wait. No, that's somebody. That's the song singing. Night found a photograph. Every time I do, it makes me laugh. No, that's just the words to the music, right? Oh, wait. Or maybe she is talking. Let me just unmute for a second. Nope, that's the song. Okay, nope, that's just, that's just the vocals to the song. She's not talking about the trailer. Really got me thinking of the times and took off on the Who. Wait, does this have a second story? Are there 2 floors? There's steps. Or is this just a different RV that she's walking into? Like, I could not, just for the record, sleep up here. The way I have so many dreams where I get stuck in small spaces. If you... Oh, God, what did I do? Why did I start it all over? Team, we're struggling today. I didn't mean to do all that. I really didn't. Oh, I just happened to click right in the exact spot to go. But if I was sleeping up here and I had one of those nightmares where I got stuck in a small space, I'd wake up and I'd be like, I'm stuck. I can't get out. That's probably around 1 mil. This RV is? That's a nice shower. But also, living in an RV, you gotta empty out your shit toilet every time. They're expensive. I could do this bed. This bed I could do. I probably wouldn't even fit up in that little loft area, to be honest with you. I'm 6'2". Ooh, come on. Hi, hello. Okay, walking up into a new RV. It's a new RV. It depends if this is a drivable RV or you just pull it. Oh, yeah. How will she continue to provide Poa ring content? Well, she does. That's more Mandy's thing. But also, I imagine there might even be more Poa ring content. Like, I imagine there might even be more crockpot content. But I just, it's not for me. I didn't realize how much of this video also was just going to be her showing us potential RVs. Like, I just want to hear why. Honestly, we can watch her actual, like, the tour of the actual RV she got later. Like, I don't need to see all of this. I just want to hear why she's doing all this, you know? I need to understand the reasoning, I think. I'm just gonna skip to the talkie part. I'm just gonna skip over there. Where are we at? Oh, okay, there she is. Okay, alright. Finally, 10 years later. 10 fucking years later. Alright. She's unmuted. I worked in loans. The RVs are expensive. Like, some newer ones are over $1,000 for monthly payments, and a lot of people end up selling for less, and then the loans because I don't know what about that last sentence, but I get you. Like, they end up being more expensive than what people anticipate.
We are back home now.
Okay.
That was a little stressful. So I ended up just kind of putting the camera down just so we could finish everything up.
Sure.
We did get discouraged at first, but then we ended up going to another place and we found exactly what we were looking for. So we are now officially homeowners again, but it's on wheels. So I probably need to give you guys a little bit
Please.
of a backstory.
Love my cream all wheat.
Jaslyn, thanks so much for 25 months of subscribing with Prime. Appreciate it.
Game plan. So we decided that we did not want to buy this house after all. It's just too big for us, and we really want to get out of the city. We want to get out of town.
The city?
We want to, start the homestead and, have animals and a big garden and all that stuff, and that's just not something that we can do in the city.
I don't know what city she lives in, just for the record. No idea, but I'm like, how are you going to have a big garden and animals while you're living in an RV? How does that work? That's just my... Or maybe this is just a transition thing until they can... afford, what's the plan, Stan? Does she mean buy land and then park it there? I mean, if that's the case, then don't get an RV on wheels. Buy a plot of land and then get a King Cobra trailer situation type of deal. I don't know.
So we started looking at houses and land and stuff, and we're not finding what we're looking for.
Okay.
And y'all know the market is absolutely insane right now, and so...
Is there something wrong with one of her nostrils? Is this nostril okay? I'm just asking out of concern. Does it not look like a little red and inflamed?
We were like, let's not stress about it. We're taking our time. We don't want to just rush and purchase something that we end up not liking, because we really want to find our forever home. We're tired of moving. We want to find our forever home, land, whatever.
Okay.
So the game plan is...
So the forever home is your RV?
Is to live in the RV full time until we find the said land or house, or whatever we end up finding. We're totally fine with land and potentially building a house or getting a Clayton home put on it, just depending on regulations.
I assume a Clayton home is like a manufactured home, like a pre-built home or something. But I don't know how financially that makes sense. I guess I would like to financially know how this... Oh, yeah, like a modular home. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you. Thank you so much. I would like to know more about, financially, does that even make sense? I don't know.
Or if we look up and find the land that we want with a house, that's great too. But, that's just going to come with time. We, just weren't having luck finding what we wanted.
And also, didn't she say they weren't going to rush things and they were just going to find it, wait until they found it or whatever? Then why rush to go get in an RV? I don't know. I guess I'm just this is so hard for me to imagine, because things I would never do is live in an RV. So I'm just trying to understand. I would love to know how much the RV costs. I would too. Maybe she'll let us know.
So we're just, we're not rushing things, and we just decided, let's do the RV thing, because we, we're trying to find places to rent, and there's just nothing even available to rent right now.
What about your current home?
So that is the new game plan. So we did purchase our first RV today, and we will be moving in it full time. I would say June will probably be the kind of timeline when.
Okay, so we got some time before like real RV living content finds its way here. Manufactured homes are much harder to get mortgages on because they're considered higher risk, larger down payment, shorter loan. Interesting. This makes no financial sense in my head. An RV is going to lose value faster than they can pay it off. Yeah, that's also confusing to me because I assume an RV is much closer to like similar to like a car where like the value like depreciates instead of like a home that could potentially go up in value, So I'm like, I don't understand the long-term plan here. And again, I guess she said that, she couldn't, they were having trouble finding a place to rent. I don't know what's going on with their current lease, that they can't just like renew that. So I guess the only option is an RV, but here we are.
We will be moving in there full time. We get to go pick up our new RV next week, and we get to, finally bring it. We'll bring it here, and I'll be able to, start loading it up, seeing what fits, what doesn't fit, and then we will pack up the rest and put it in storage.
So you're gonna have a storage unit on top of a payment for your RV
until, we find a said land or home.
She needs to get out of that toxic city life, right? Well, I've been, there's two, I know she's in Kentucky, and there's basically like two bigger, well, is Frankfurt a big city in Kentucky? I know it's the capital, but there's like Lexington and Louisville, and I've driven through both of them, and none of them are like huge cities, in the way that like I would think about a city, right? Like being from Chicago, it's obviously not Chicago. So I don't know, and this doesn't, the vibes of where she's at currently with like all of this like forest in the background is also not giving big city life to me either. So I don't know what's going on here.
We're not in any rush. Like I said, we want to find our forever home or land.
Sure. Oh, there's
so
also
we're just
cars
taking our
back
time
there.
with it.
Maybe that's not really a forest because I just saw some cars go through in the background.
And, we might be in the RV for a year, might be a little more. We don't know.
All right.
But
well, damn.
It's our adventure. This is our new adventure. It'll be a big adjustment on all of us, but honestly, I'm so excited. And, it's the thought, too, that we could kind of move around is pretty cool, too. But we do have a game plan as of staying at one spot. But, if we wanted to go rent somewhere or, like, rent a spot for a couple days, just to kind of get away for a vacation, we can do that, too.
Is it really a vacation if you're taking your whole home with you? Is it a vacation if you're, like, taking everything with you and going there? I guess that could be a vacation. That's just a different form of a staycation, I guess. Maybe they can rent out the RV after they find land. I guess maybe. But they're going to buy an RV to only use for 1 year. I don't know. It sounds like they bought an RV to use until they find wherever their forever home is. Did she say a year? I don't know. Honestly, all of it kind of feels like I would have planned better, but I also don't want to make any judgments about how she planned or didn't plan. But like, for instance, whenever, we got our home that we live in, we ended up getting it long before our lease of our apartment ended, because we started looking long before that, and we just found a house that we liked, or a home that we liked, and pulled the trigger on it, and then we figured out what to do with our lease after the fact. So I'm also just like, were we being proactive about this? Like, I feel like there's 12 other things I personally would have done before I landed on an RV. Is it really an RV if it doesn't have a motor? Does hers not have? I don't think we've seen her. I mean, for those of us that haven't watched anything yet, we haven't seen anything about what her RV does or doesn't look like. So I don't know.
But the game plan with the RV is we're going to be paying like a monthly site somewhere until, you know, like I said, we find a place, or, you know, like I said, we want to pick up and move. We never know. I will still have access to my garden and everything. I had, you know, talked about how I wanted to expand, but I wasn't sure because, you know, maybe we would find land. We didn't end up finding land or house in time. So I will still have access to my garden bed, but that's all I'm going to be able to do is just what's in that.
Well, as somebody who watches her more actively, where's her garden bed? Where's her garden bed? Is she gonna come back to this house she was renting and garden? Oh, this is okay. So Jess in the chat is saying that this is her father-in-law's house. Well, if this is her father-in-law's house, why wouldn't she just stay here? What? Why would, I'm sure they could work something out with their father-in-law to stay here until they find out. That seems like it'd be even easier to like break a lease. That seems like it'd be so much easier because surely her father-in-law would be flexible, I would think, until they could find like the thing that makes sense. I wish I understood as well, Zucky Musk. I really do. She said they had the option to buy the house but chose not to. Maybe the father-in-law is selling. Oh, that could be a good theory. That could be a good theory. That would make sense. Like maybe he's like, all right, well, if y'all aren't gonna buy it, you got to get out so I can sell it. Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe. Lots of things to consider. But I understand that the reason she wants to move in general is so she can have animals and gardens and things like that. But that's the part that's confusing to me is that, like, she said, oh, we're not in a rush. That's why we're getting an RV so we could just take our time to find what's next. But then, like, if your father-in-law is the one that owns this house, then I would think that he would just be like, yeah, take your time to find what works for y'all. And then we'll figure it out after the fact. And you can end your lease with me whenever you want. Because I'm your father-in-law. But maybe they don't have that. And then also, yes, very weird that she's like, whatever's happening to this house, she's going to be allowed to come back and tend her garden? Lots of questions. Lots of questions. More to find out.
Which is fine, but I'll just, you know, hopefully support the locals and still be able to put up food. You know, that's one thing that's not stopping for sure, because that was one thing that was important to me, is to continue, you know, the canning and preserving and, you know, eating the way that we're eating. That's something that's really important, you know, still eating as much from scratch as we can. I'm just gonna have to change things, but you guys will see all of that. Y'all are gonna see our everyday life in the RV, just like
I would like to see more about how you're going to store all this canning and stuff like that in your moving vehicle, and that has limited storage space. I would like to know more about that.
Like you see the everyday life here in this home, it's just gonna look a lot different and a lot smaller. But I cannot wait to share this next adventure with you guys.
Y'all dragging her in the chat. Eating from scratch, we've seen the recipes. Eating from scratch with a can of soup. Y'all are so rude. She's eating from scratch. Y'all, she's canning. She's going to have her son sleep on the couch, and the second bedroom will be the pantry. We'll see. We'll see when she gives the tour. I assume when she gives the tour, she's gonna talk about how she envisions herself using the space.
Thank y'all so much for all the prayers and well wishes. Things, you know, don't always work out as planned, but he always has a plan, and
God has a plan.
We're gonna roll with this new adventure in our lives. But thanks for spending some time.
That's the thing I love about God. That's the thing I love about God. People will be like, God really thought this through. God truly thought this through and said, my plan for Tabitha and Mr. Tabitha is that they're going to live in an RV. God really has everything planned out. He is such an architect like that. He really is. He said, Mr. and Mrs. Tabitha, my plan for you is you're going to live in an RV. God said this is their divine destiny. Not move with your heart. Zach, you can't afford the Christians angry at you. I think they'll be okay. I think they'll be fine.
With us today and getting to, hang out while we look at places. So the last RV, I'll add a clip in at the end, but the last RV clip that I shared a second ago before I started this clip, that's the last one that we looked in, and that was the one that we picked. So,
okay, great.
But of course, y'all will see it once we get it here, because once we get it here, I will start.
We're gonna watch that today too. Why not? Why not? We'll speed her up a little bit. She is a little bit of a yapper. She does talk a little slow, so we'll watch it all. Let's just get a little crazy. I need to see. I basically need to see, and I need her to tell me where she's putting all of her cans and shit like that. I need to know.
Loading everything up and trying to fit everything, and I'll be sharing all of that process with you guys.
Let's go.
So I hope y'all, still stick around and, look forward to our everyday life. Things change, we change, everything's changing, but it's just the next chapter.
The next chapter.
I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I'll see y'all in the next
God's plan. This is, who sings that song? Is that Drake, or is that, no, it's Drake on it? Y'all know the God's Plan song? I feel like it has to be Chance the Rapper, because whenever Noel and it is Drake. So why do I know that song then? I thought it might be Chance because, I feel like I listened to it a lot whenever I first started dating Noel, and Noel loves Chance the Rapper. We're not going to sing again. We're not going to sing again. Jamie will literally yeet herself out of the chat if I start singing again, so we won't. Let's see what some of the people in the chat are saying.
Love
comments,
my cream
in the comments.
Everything is changing, but it's all right because God always had a plan. Can I get an amen? The Zach 11 praying.
Amen, Loaded T-Squirt. Thanks for the bits. What? For no reason at all, I have started watching YouTubers who live in RVs, vans, etc. and have been so fascinated with the lifestyle. Now one of my favorites is doing this too. Wow. Sign me up for watching your new videos. I can't wait. Congratulations and best of luck on this new chapter in life. God saves his toughest battles for his strongest soldiers. That's true. I've been saying that. I'm so excited for you. I got so confused wondering how many bathrooms that RV had. Took me a little to realize. Hope to follow along on this journey. This is a big step. Wow, this is a shocker to me. I'll admit I haven't been watching you as regularly as you used to. Me too, Anne Swan. But I just didn't expect this. You seem to be quite a homebody and not as adventurous as what this change of lifestyle takes. I feel like Anne is dragging her. I'm glad you sound so excited and willing to go with the flow. I wish I had the courage to do that too. It'll be fun seeing how things pan out. You'll be in my prayers. I wish you the best. Carly Wizard Lizard in my chat says, I have two theories. There's a trouble in paradise, and maybe the husband is stepping out and this is their way of trying to save the family. Or she is literally so bored being a housewife that she's having a premature midlife crisis. That's a lot of speculation on your part for not knowing much about old Tabitha outside of she loves canning and cooking things in the crock pot. Now my brain is thinking about the other girlies trying to do their content in an RV. Can you imagine Anna only in my dreams in her foxhole manor in the background in an RV with her little miniature dollhouse in the background? Is that what you're talking about? Or K is for Karen and her 3 Santa paintings on the wall. That would be something. That would be something. Anyways, I think that's enough of the comments. Let's get to the actual tour. The actual tour of the home. I didn't realize I had Rich Girl by Hall & Oates still up there. Alright, it is a 27-minute long video. But somebody suggested speeding her up and that it would be fine. So let's just see how fast 1.5 is. Also, I'm getting a little hungry, but I'll be okay. I'll be okay. God, like somebody said in the chat a little bit ago, God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers, so I can make it through this. I can make it through. I know very little about these people, but there are so many reasons a person could make this. There are only so many reasons a person can make this change. True. True. All right, let's get into it.
Righty, welcome back, or welcome if you are new.
Is that too fast? Is that I can take her down to 1.25. All right.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back, or welcome if you are new. We just pulled up at the RV dealer that we purchased our RV from, and we are taking it home today. And then in just a few short weeks, we are going to be packing up everything.
Let's go.
We will be living in our
RV
full time.
Also, she did say that they'd start living in it full time in June, and that's only like a week or two away.
Until we find our forever homestead. We're not sure how long that's going to take. You know, it's all in God's hands. What He
God's hands. God's
provides
hands.
it for us. But for now, we felt like this was just the best decision for our family size, and kind of lifestyle and everything, and what we're working towards.
She is one of the first people I really heard say, do what works for you and your family. And I'm glad that this is what works for her and her family.
So we are so excited. We ended up going with a 2024 J Flight Jayco. I will make sure to give y'all a full tour once we get it home. We are so excited. I was honestly, this is something that Luke and I talked about. I was honestly shocked at the positive comments that, you know, the last video that I shared that we were, you know, taking on this next adventure. I was shocked at the positive comments and the people that were like, oh, we just did this, or we're doing this now, working towards our homestead. Like, I did not realize how big of the RV community, like how big the RV community was. And
obsessed with the RV community. Obsessed. I told you, this is the niche content I want to get into. I love these little niche communities on the internet, and the RV living community, she's up there. She's up there. I wonder if they've been squirreling away money while living with the father-in-law. Well, I don't think they were living with the father-in-law. It sounds like the father-in-law just owned the home. Because she's never mentioned him being there before, I don't think.
That there is so many people that are doing the same exact thing that we're about to do. This should definitely help us, you know, save financially, you know, with working towards our homestead. You know, we have no timeline on when that's going to happen. We're just going to embrace the adventure, as Luke said it in the last video, and just enjoy the journey. But
can somebody also tell me, maybe it's just the people I'm watching on the YouTubies, but why does everything have to be an adventure or a journey? Do people not just yearn for like a stable life? Like, maybe I'm not always trying to go on an adventure. Maybe I don't want a journey. Maybe I'm fine right where I'm at, you know? I think we just hear a lot about, like, you know, health journeys and things like that. Like, I think there's something about calling something a journey or an adventure that I think, like, glamorizes things for some people, like, makes it seem more exciting. But I don't know. It's not for me. It's not for me. Things I'm not trying to do, journey or adventure.
You know, we're going to be living in it full time until we, you know, get to our forever homestead.
Okay.
But I will make sure to give y'all a full tour once we get done. They said it would be a couple hours. They're going to show it.
Candy Damage, thanks so much for 7 months of subscribing with Prime. Appreciate it. It's God's plan. He planned it for you, so he'll lead you through it. A journey to prayer. Get out of here.
Everything top to bottom. So whenever we get it home, I'll make sure to give y'all a full tour.
Oh, yeah, I guess I just thought that it would keep captions on since I had the captions on for her last video. I'm so sorry. Thanks for letting me know. Oh, this damn music. Get out of here. Get out of here with your intros. That pizza looks good. Not that one. It has olives on it. But I am hungry. I'm hungry. Oh, wait. Is there still music going here? Okay. Oh, so it is one that they're pulling around with this big old truck. Look at her vlogging it. Okay, cute. Look at her. She's just sitting there cheesing. She's just sitting there cheesing. She's so proud of her RV. This isn't an RV in your book? I'm so sorry. I listen, I don't know the logistics and technicalities of what is or isn't an RV. All right. Okay, here we go. We're done here.
I am in the pickup line about to get Winston from school, and then we'll head home. We've got to like level it and plug it up, whatever, so that way we can get the slides and everything to work so I can show y'all a full tour. But I had a few questions that I wanted to answer in today's video. I've had a lot of questions recently. A lot of people, you know, shocked and everything, which is funny. That's just kind of how we are. We just roll with it, and
we just roll with
like
it.
I said, this is what we feel like is the next step to get us.
Like I said, this is God's plan. We're trying to homestead. This is God's plan.
Forever homestead. A few questions. One of the top questions, which was about my like pantry, food storage, emergency storage. Y'all know that's, you know, near and dear to my heart. So the house that we will be moving out of is my father-in-law's. We never bought it. It's his house. So what he chooses to do with that house, that's, you know, his and his wife's personal business. But we will be leaving, but we are still going to store our stuff in the basement.
Now, what is the rush then to get in this goddamn RV? What is the rush to get in this goddamn RV? That doesn't make any sense to me. Why not just wait? Why not just wait? I don't get it. If you're gonna leave half your stuff in there anyways, why not just live there until you can find your forever home? Some shit's starting to not add up. And now I see why Carly's got all these theories.
So the food storage and everything will still be there. Like, just if I go, like, you know, say I need to go to the grocery store, instead of just going straight to the grocery store, if I know I have it at the house, then I'll just run over there and get it that way.
Why not just live at the house? Why not just live at the house? Why buy a whole RV?
I'm not, you know, that way I'm still rotating through my stock, you know, and I'll keep certain like emergency things in the camper, just to, you know, have for those emergency situations. But we are cutting, you know, we are downsizing a ton, but I still have, you know, a lot of that stuff, which we have dwindled down a lot of that. That was one of my big priorities, you know, this past month, where we kind of just really had this as a game plan, because nothing else was really working out, and so
there's something going on. And also, yeah, no, there's something going on. There's something going. It's just not making any sense. Those fifth wheel trailers aren't cheap, and they bought a brand new one. Girl, listen, I don't know their finances like that. Maybe she saved a lot of money over time from all of her canning and prepping.
Eating down a lot of the deep freezers, going through that stuff and using a lot of our, you know, pantry items. But, you know, I still have a lot of stuff, and I still have a lot of my home canned stuff. So that stuff will just stay there. My deep freezers will stay there plugged in. I did get everything into one deep freezer, and I have one of my deep freezers posted for sale, but nobody's bought it yet.
Damn.
But everything will still be there. Plus, like, the stuff that we pack up and that won't go in the camper, that will be down there as well.
What do you think? Or are you asking me what I think of what listen, I'm not good at speculating or anything, but I would just have to think that maybe it is related to like a bad relationship with the father-in-law, especially just because of the way that she said, what was it that she said? She was like, what they do with it, what he and his wife do with the house is their business. To me, that seems like there's some tension there. But also, like, if there was tension there, then why would they leave anything in the house? You know? Like, that's the part that I don't get. Like, if you had some kind of beef, why would you keep anything in that space?
You know, if time comes and we need to get that stuff out of there, you know, if they say, hey, this is, you know, something that's going to be happening, then we can just get like a climate controlled storage unit and be able to still keep, you know, the food and everything in there properly.
Well, that's also interesting because in that video we just watched, she said that she was going to put stuff in storage. But now it sounds like she's just going to keep stuff in the basement of her house that she was already living in, which means that she probably could have kept living in there is what I would think.
And safely, because y'all know that, you know, food storage and stuff has to stay in a climate controlled temperature and area. So that's the game plan on the food side of things. I had a lot of people say, like, how are you still gonna do your restock videos? How are you still gonna can? I still plan on doing the same things I've been doing. Things are just going to look different. You know, the oven is not as big, so that's going to be an adjustment. We're going to have a fire pit, and I'm going to have to, you know, get used to cooking and baking with the fire pit. You know, in that oven, we'll have an air fryer.
We gotta watch her fire pit cooking videos. We gotta watch her cooking on a fire pit. Is she gonna can stuff on a fire pit too? I guess maybe that's probably something you can do. But she's gonna have a fire pit and she's gonna cook on it. Let's go. Let's go.
We'll have a like Blackstone. So like me cooking and restocking and, you know, I still want to, you know, prioritize cooking from scratch, you know, and stuff like that. Like, y'all know that's a big part of our, you know, life, how we kind of switch
cooking from cans,
gears on that. I don't plan on that changing. It's just going to look different. And I will, you know, take that, y'all will hang out with me while we do that stuff. I might not be able to, you know, do like a lot of my freezer stuff just because I won't have a lot of storage there, but I'll still have my deep freezers so I can, you know, just rotate and pull.
You'll still have your deep freezers in the house that you were living in where you're storing things, because that makes so much sense. Right.
What, you know, stuff out as we need. So I still plan on, you know, doing the restock. I still plan on cooking. You know.
Also, not hello saying vaping from scratch. You think she makes vapes for her husband from scratch?
You know, and canning and stuff. It's just gonna look a little different, and it's gonna take me a little bit to get adjusted to, you know, the changes. But that's something that, you know, is a priority for me. I want to continue doing that because that's, you know, the food that makes me feel good. You know, we've been eating out a lot recently, and just because, you know, we've been busy, not home all the time, just trying to figure things out.
That's not sounding very made from scratch, Tabitha.
And I can tell a difference in my body. You know, it just makes me feel like crap. It does. The process.
Oh yeah. Also, we are 7 minutes into this, and there's been no tour. I want to see the RV.
Foods, the eating out, it just makes me feel like crap. So that was, you know, even with the whole camper thing, like, I still want to prioritize how we eat, you know, our health and stuff that way. So I still plan on doing that. And I had, you know, several people comment and be like, we've done it. You can do it, girl. So it's just
you
gonna
can do a girly, you know,
it's not going to be in a big old kitchen. It's just going to be in a camper and, you know, outside cooking a lot too. So I'm excited. I'm excited for it. What was the other question? Luke's job. Y'all had questions about him. So he's an over-the-road truck driver, OTR. So
what does that mean?
Will still do his normal trucking.
Oh, he's a trucker.
We don't plan on traveling. I feel like a lot of people like watched that video and just instantly thought we were going to be traveling the world, and that's not the case.
Well, girl, you did say that you would occasionally take a couple days to go on vacation. That was a thing that you did say. And I think that old Luke, is that your husband's name? I think he did refer to y'all as roaming, and then the word that I explained is a slur towards Romani people. So I could see how people got there.
Case. We are going to be stationary at, you know, one location. Now, if we plan to, you know, take a weekend somewhere or take a week, you know, somewhere,
sure,
that's, you know, that's fine. That's something that we can do. Sure. Overall, we're going to be stationary at like a monthly based campground.
Okay, work.
So yeah, his work's not going to change. That's not going to make us camping or being full-time RVers is not going to make a difference in that. What was the other question? Oh, Winston's school. Y'all, I'm not built for homeschool. It ain't it.
Thank God.
It just, the way
She's not built for homeschool like I'm not built for being a nurse. I just noticed she's driving. I think like driving. She said she was in the pickup line for her kid at school, meaning she's probably mostly stationary, just sitting there waiting until she can pull up to pick him up.
My mental health is not built for homeschool. I would never say that it is fully out of the cards. If, things came down to it and we felt like it was the best decision, we would.
No, don't.
But right now
Tabitha,
he's thriving and doing absolutely amazing in the public school system. And we want to keep him steady and keep him, where he's at.
Yes.
So he will continue. They're about this today that I'm filming this was his last full day of second grade.
I honestly don't trust a lot of these YouTube moms that pull their kids out and start homeschooling them. I don't know. I think it's just like the educator in me that makes me just nervous that, you definitely can do homeschooling. I'm specifically referring to a lot of the moms that I watch where I'm like, what makes you an expertise in teaching your child all these things? Like, maybe we should leave it to the experts. But there certainly are moms who can do it. So, and dads and parents in general. I just, some of the moms I've seen do it, I'm like, what business do you have doing this right now? Remember when Vanessa homeschooled her for like not even a year? Remember how Vanessa has two of her current children. I'm saying 3 of her children that live with her still, because her oldest moved out, right? Out of the 3 that live with Vanessa right now, 2 of them are homeschooled. 1 goes to public school. And yes, Vanessa is one of the people that I'm like, what business do you have homeschooling your children? And then the 3rd one goes to public school because, yes, like, she chose to go to public school because she wants to be in public school. And then the other 2 don't like public school, so that's why she homeschools the other 2. Yeah.
So we're about to be out for the summer. He'll go back to the same school that he's at now in August. So, it's not too far of a drive. He's still going to be able to go to school here, which is great. We just feel like public school fits us best. I'm just going to be honest.
Great.
But, I'm not ever going to say absolutely not, because, y'all all know the world is absolutely nuts. So there might be, a time down the road that I'll be like, okay, yeah, we need to switch gears. That might be a better option. But right now he is thriving and doing absolutely amazing. The school system is just...
The world's absolutely nuts, so you'd have to take him out of school? I would like to know more about that. That sounds a little sus, but I'm glad he's doing well in school now.
It's great. So that he will continue going to public school, and he will, go to the same school that he's at now. He'll go... like I said, back in August.
Okay. Ooh, get a little sip.
For 3rd grade. That is nuts. Some of y'all have been around since he was a baby. He's going into 3rd grade, y'all.
Crazy. I always die when I say the same things as them at the same time. There's another trailer living YouTube mom I watch. Her kids are homeschooled, and she chose a program where the kids 100% teach themselves. She does nothing. There are so many horrible, damaging school programs out there. It should be illegal. I definitely need some regulation for sure. If nothing else, I don't know that I'll go as far to say illegal, but there should be some regulation. But it is what it is.
Absolutely nuts. I'm trying to
Can we get to the tour, baby girl?
I feel like that was the majority.
Girly pop.
A lot of questions about cooking and everything. Like I said, that's not going to change. It's going to look a little different. It might take me some getting used to.
Can we just get to the tour?
We do not have like a washer. Like our camper doesn't have washer and dryer or anything.
Oh.
But there is a laundromat at the campground that we're at, so laundry will be done there.
I was like, are you going to go back to the old house to do your laundry too?
I'm going to order me like one of those drying rack things, so like I could wash and then hang it, hang my stuff to dry if I wanted to. But that, laundry and stuff will be there. The camper, like I said, I'll show y'all when we get home, but it has a decent sized pantry. So that was a priority. Like Luke and I both had priorities. It's like certain things that we wanted to prioritize when purchasing the camper. And so we felt like this one just fit us best. The kitchen's great. Winston and Max will have their own room, bunkhouse. There's actually...
Wait, who's Max? Is Max a dog, a cat? Who's Max? I knew about Winston. Winston is the kid. Luke's the husband. Who's Max? I know Winston is her son. Max is the dog. The dog has its own bunk? Okay, work.
4 beds in the bunkhouse. And so that will be a lot of extra storage space as well that we can, store things.
I think y'all were being funny when you said that that the beds were going to be turned into storage. But she's serious. Winston, you better watch out. Your bed's about to be given up to some cans.
But there's good sized pantry in the kitchen, and so
just show me instead of yapping about it. Let's go.
That was a must. Y'all know I've got to have a good pantry with all the ingredients and stuff that we buy. So
love my cream of wheat.
Winston is going to be sharing a bed with the canned peaches.
It's possible, Jamie. Thanks for the bits.
This is our new adventure, new lifestyle change with, full-time RVing. This isn't something that we've ever done before, so it's going to be a learning experience, 110%. A lot of trial and error, I'm sure, but...
Girl, I'm hungry. I gotta go to dinner. Can you wrap this up? I got dinner. Can you wrap this up, Tabby?
We're excited, and we're young. That was a couple people, commented and was like, y'all are young. Like, you can do it. Just go live life. And that's what we're doing.
That's so true.
I don't share every single detail of my life here. Y'all get bits and pieces. And so a lot of y'all were just completely shocked by this decision. Had no clue that we were, doing anything. And, months ago we started, looking at land and houses and, kind of getting the game plan of that. And we didn't want to rush that. We didn't find anything we liked. And, we kind of have a game plan of stuff that we want to work toward now, that we've picked the RV.
Okay, just once again, it doesn't sound like you had to rush anything and get into this RV because you have a place where you're going to continue storing your shit.
Because rent is also absolutely ridiculous here. And a lot of the places only had 1 bedroom or weren't, of course, no dog. Max is 100 pounds. So we just felt after the setback with, us just not finding what we wanted, not having, anything to really rent. This is our best option. Now, another thing.
I'm also she wants to get out of the city is what she said. But then she's also saying that her kid is going to go to the same school. Which means he's going to be in the same school district, which means that they're physically going to live in the same school district. So they're not out of the city. They're still in the city.
Y'all were real confused. We did not buy the house. Like I said, it is my father-in-law's house. We were living there. We didn't get evicted. He's not kicking us out. Come on, y'all. Some of y'all, no.
Well, then why are you leaving? Then why are you leaving? When you could continue to stay there and wait to find the house of your dreams, your forever home.
You ain't kicking us out. This is our decision to move out and, to leave. And
why?
We just feel like this is the best, this is...
Why? Why? Because you're not even leaving the city yet. You could have waited.
This is the next step to work towards our forever homestead. I talked about we want acreage, and we would love to have animals and a big garden. I would love to have a huge flower garden.
Okay.
A big garden. The garden was another thing I got questions about, which I'd already talked about. I will still have access to my garden.
Okay.
I'll just be able to come over and check on it and still harvest things. Of course, all my herbs and everything. I thought about taking my little herb tower over there to our campground, but we'll just kind of see. Just that way I could have those right there when I can cook and everything.
Okay.
But yeah. We are young, and, I feel like...
You mentioned that. You had mentioned
this
that.
This is, just us taking that next step, and, this is going to help us financially as well, and, really be able to pay down some debt, and, really start, adding...
Listen, obviously I don't know her financials, but I can't imagine how taking on debt to buy this RV, and then still, paying to rent a spot at the campground... And all of that is helping her work down her debt, pay down her debt. I have a lot of questions.
To our savings and, down payment for whatever we want, whenever that time comes. And so we just this is what we decided. And I know a lot of y'all are like, you're absolutely nuts, you're crazy, and we might be, but that's part of the adventure.
It's part of the adventure. Being crazy, that's just part of the adventure. just doing things that don't make a lot of sense, that's God's plan.
And if we, like I said, that some of you guys had commented and said, oh, well, we've been doing this. We did this for 5 years, and, now we're finally on our land and stuff. So that is like, that's what I told Luke. I said, I did not realize how strong the RV community, which I said at the beginning, how strong the RV community was, and how many people are doing the same exact thing and have gone through it and are there at their goal. Like that, this is us working towards that goal for our forever homestead. Okay. And it's like, it's just so reassuring and encouraging that there's so many people that are doing the same exact thing.
All right,
the RV, lifestyle and into whatever, land.
End the video.
That's what we're working towards. And
where's the gif of me saying end the video? End the video, Amberlyn. Paying off debt by taking out more debt is just God's divine destiny. It sure is. It sure is.
We just feel like it's the best decision for us. I mean, we're young, we got a small family, big dog.
What works for you and your family.
And, with our life, with, being a trucker's wife, like, the way Luke works, I'm so tired of cleaning that big house, y'all. So tired of cleaning that big house.
All right, then
and
stop.
we love that house. Y'all know the original plan was to buy the house, and we were going to, remodel it and everything, and that was the plan for a long time.
Uh-huh.
And then the longer we've been here, the more, especially me, Luke's on board too, but like me, y'all have watched, over my healing journey, like, I'm ready for the homestead.
And in addition to whatever this adventure is, she's also on a healing journey. Okay. All right, great.
I'm ready for the garden. I'm ready to be more self-sufficient, all the animals, like, I'm just ready for that. And so it's just going to take us a little bit longer, and that's okay. God's got a plan, and this is the plan that he's chose for us, and we're going to work our way towards our forever homestead.
It's just, like, so funny that God picked this plan for you, as the two of you didn't sit down and say, we got to move into an RV on your own. Like... I'm tired of cleaning this house, but ready for a farm. That part, big fella. That part. That part. That part. Girl, you're tired of cleaning a big house every day, but you're gonna run a farm? Like, make it make sense.
But I think I answered the majority of y'all's questions. If you have anything, leave it in the comments if it's nice and respectful. I only had to block 2 people for being ugly.
You block people for being ugly? For their looks?
Love
not very
my
nice.
we.
God's plan is for her to be a yapper and not show us her RV. Little T-Squirt, thanks for the bits.
Just crazy comments.
Crazy.
But thank y'all
You're
for
welcome.
the continued support. Because, I mean, this
You're
is going to be...
welcome.
worried about my channel. And it's still, my channel may still bottom out. Like, it may still not thrive.
Your channel's a bottom. Your channel's bottoming out. Okay, Queen. I need to queen out with your bottoming out channel.
But I know I've got an amazing community here that, is here for the adventure and here for the changes. And a couple people had commented with, like, if anybody can do it, you can do it. Like, you can figure out how to and do all this stuff and cook and all this. Like, you can do it. So, y'all gave us so much encouragement. So, thank you for the support. Continued support. I'm going to pick Winston up from school, and then we'll head home, and hopefully I can give y'all a full tour.
Give me the tour.
Okay, y'all. Here is the camper. There is an outdoor
she's
kitchen.
only talking in my right ear. What is she doing with her audio? Anyways, we finally made it to the tour of the camper. Let's fucking go.
I will open that up in a second and show y'all. But there is no lights or nothing.
Oh, it's the Stacy Stewart collection.
We just kind of opened up the slides. Like, here's the kitchen.
Okay.
I'm so
look at the little backsplash behind the oven.
So excited.
Oh, and the little island?
Like, the kitchen is just such a good size, in my opinion.
The island's cute.
We got the stove, the oven, little microwave. And then there's, quite a bit of storage.
So
also
much.
Some storage over here.
Okay, actually, with the island storage and stuff like that, like, I feel like in an RV, you have to make use of every inch of the space. I'm obsessed with how you said Stacy Stewart, as if you know about certain RVs. Well, when she was showing the B-roll footage of them walking through, I just saw Stacy Stewart collection, and I thought that was funny for some reason. So it stuck with me.
And the fridge is actually cool because it actually opens on both sides.
Ooh.
So, like, if I'm in here cooking, Winston needs something, Luke needs something, instead of bothering me or having, to open the fridge, that way they can open it from that side.
Show me.
The freezer and the fridge both do that. So
Show me.
And then one of my favorites and must-haves was a pantry. And look
Love,
at this
love,
picture.
love my cream.
Oh
We.
my God. Is she not going to read that out for you, Tregelia? TTS said, not today, Satan. Not today. I'll do it for her, okay? Foot, truck, camp,
Foot
tent.
RV camping. Foot.
Ma'am! Could you chill the fuck out for once? Oh my God. Okay, TTS, calm the fuck down.
Amazing space. There's also a like pull-out drawer down there that has storage.
Okay.
And then over here, you've got 4 cabinets.
Oh, that's like
this
a little coffee bar right there. Can't you just see her having a little... Well, does she drink coffee? I guess she could put her little crock pot in her air fryer over there.
Actually big enough where it has like a shelf in between. I'm thinking
She's sick of cleaning, but this RV has no dishwasher, and she has a truckload of groceries. I know.
like the plates and cups and stuff will go there. And then we'll have like the water filter. And
Love, love, love my cream. We.
Y'all, my taffy is almost ready to be pulled. Sorry, I've been out of the chat to make sure I didn't catch my apartment on fire. It looks like POA without the food coloring, lol.
What, you're making taffy? Like saltwater taffy? Thanks for the bits. Poa in my kitchen.
maybe an air fryer or something there. We'll have to see. We'll start working on loading stuff in here and seeing what fits, what doesn't fit, what we can't live without.
See, she said what I said.
This is the bunk house. This will be Winston and Max's room. There is a lot of storage in here. You've got, these go all the way back, both of those. And then there is this big cabinet.
Wait, the kid has to share the room with the dog?
Well, that's got storage. And then you've got the 2 pull-outs and then those and those. The thought process that we had for this was taking this mattress out and then using this as storage, because there isn't a lot of storage on like our bedroom side, so we thought we might need that, but we don't know until we actually get in here and figure stuff out.
This kid has to share a room with a 100-pound dog and his mom's food storage pantry. That's crazy. Again, not something I would do personally, but here we are. This is what works for her and her family.
And then we're going to take the table out, and fingers crossed that Max's dog cage will just fit right there. We will see. We've not measured nothing. If not, we'll just lower that, and Max will just have his own little bunk, So we'll see, how that works. And then there's 2 bunks on this side. Winston has already called the top bunk. He did ask for me to put a rail up. So we're going to figure out, I might go get like a baby gate or, something, just so he feels a little bit more safe. But we'll do that. And then there's, this bunk as well, which he can kind of use this as like a lounge area. And then eventually like we can get a TV or something.
All right.
We want to. But this bunkhouse is huge, and this was a must. That way we have a lot of extra space and have room for Max and for Winston. There's a lot of little lights.
I feel like if you're buying an RV and you're making an investment, it might be important to measure it for things to make sure that it like does what you want it to do. Like it's wild to me that she's like, we didn't measure anything, we just hope that it'll work. Girl, you just spent, I'm guessing, thousands of dollars on this.
Like I said, they're not working right now because it's not fully hooked up, but there's a bunch of like little lights everywhere, which I like. It's super bright. I love like the natural light in here. I love it. So we've got, of course, the table. Both of these have storage that go all the way back. Okay. We've got the 2 recliners, and then each recliner has a little like a desk thing that you can put in the cup holder and be able to eat or work on. Whatever, have a computer on there, whatever.
I see. I see the
over
vision.
Here, there's a cabinet there. Those 2, these 2, and then you got your TV, and that is a radio, and it plays inside and outside, or either or.
Crazy.
So there's a decent amount of storage there.
Wild.
And then through here, you've got the bathroom, of course, toilet.
Shitting on the
and
toilet.
Then the shower.
Shitting on the
medicine
toilet.
cabinet behind the
Shitting
mirror.
on the toilet.
That is not actually full. It's like this far up is storage. That's just solid. So there's not a lot of storage in the bathroom. That's one thing that I'm going to have to kind of figure out, storage-wise for our bathroom stuff. But I have been going through everything, and we really don't have a lot. So,
are they in PA and Pennsylvania? I think they're in Kentucky. I am curious about just like relaxing and lounging in this space. Like, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of space to just like actually live in it. I don't know. and with a 100-pound dog, like, I envision that they'll probably have to spend a lot of time outside.
I'll just have to play around with that. But that's the bathroom, and then this is our bedroom.
Okay.
We will be getting new mattresses for our bed and Winston's.
That bed is too small for me, Miss Ma'am. I feel like I would take up that whole space, honestly. That bed feels so tiny. And no judgment on her husband, but from seeing her husband earlier, it feels like that's a tiny space for her and him to fit in together.
For sure, because y'all know if y'all been in campers. Like, we've stayed in campers, but we've never, owned a camper.
Now, Carly, why did you change your name to the old Carly? Get out of here. Noel mocks me all the time for putting "ol" in front of things. I think I've talked about that before, though.
But the mattresses are terrible. So we will be getting new mattresses eventually. That's not something that we're going to do right now. But there is storage under here.
Oh, wow.
So we'll have, that for, like, our clothes and whatnot. And then there is a cabinet on both sides. This one has, like, a rod to hang clothes. Okay. And then this one is just, like, shelves.
Also, yeah, where are all their clothes gonna go? There is simply not enough space to store clothes here. Where do all of their clothes go?
So, yeah. And then you have all of that up there. So, like, I thought I could get some, like, baskets.
Y'all, I was not reacting to, well, any of the Dollar Tree moms back when this happened, but this is giving big vibes of when Vanessa, Lemonade Mom, and her family decided that they were going to move into a shed, basically a garage in the back of her parents' home. And they ended up hating it, and it didn't last that long at all. They also moved into that space as, like, their forever, like, while they were looking for their forever home, and they hated it. They hated it, and it did not last long at all. And then she moved to to a bigger house, like a huge house, and now she's moving out of that house into something new too. I think we talked about that recently on the Twitch, but I can't remember.
To help with storage. So we'll just kind of have to see once we, start loading everything up. But there's a couple of the things I really liked was that there's, like, plug-ins everywhere that need to be, and there's also, like, a ton of lights. So, it just makes it nice and spacious. And
changing my display name is God's journey for me. He always has a plan, and now I'm seeking to embrace this adventure wherever it leads. Carly, you're crazy. You're so crazy.
Or, it makes it feel, like, warm and welcoming, if that makes sense, where there's just lights everywhere, where it's not dark. But that is the full tour of the inside. We're so excited. So excited. The oven, as you can see, is not huge. That was, one of the things I said, we'll just have to play around with it, see what fits, what doesn't fit.
Yeah, that's a small oven.
Propane, the stove. And,
that is whittle. That's a whittle guy.
I think that's it. Oh, and this was something that I discovered when we got it home. It pulls out.
Crazy.
Cool. But that's it. This is
actually, that looks like a lot like the faucet that we have on our kitchen sink, if I'm being honest with you.
Our new home for who knows how long. We'll just have to see. Let me open up the outdoor kitchen and then I'll show that. Okay, here
an
is
outdoor
the
kitchen.
It's got a little fridge. And there is two
that's
doors,
fun.
And then two.
Why do you need an outdoor kitchen?
Cabinets up there, and then the sink, and then there's room for storage. There is lights.
That's probably like a common RV thing, especially if it's like built into the RV. But like, I would have never thought of that.
Out here too, there's like a light strip. They're like blue, and there's also a light strip across the top with the awning. And then it also came with a little Blackstone. So there's like a table that will fit here that goes in that hole.
Oh,
and you can have the Blackstone there. So got a cool little outdoor kitchen. It is getting hot outside.
We still got more yapping? Girl, what is left to be said? What else do you need to tell me?
People are mowing. It's crazy around here. But that is our camper. We're so excited. I feel like I've said that 1,000 times on this video.
I'm glad you're excited, girl.
But we are.
Couldn't
so
be
over the next
me.
couple weeks, we'll just be working on, putting stuff in, seeing what fits, what doesn't fit, what we need, what we can live without. And then we'll be moving to the RV campground that we picked, I think June 5th, I believe.
June 5th.
Oh,
that's
to get
coming
everything
up.
Figured out. Another question I got was about my channel. My channel's not going nowhere. I figure, this kind of lifestyle's not for everybody, so I understand if you feel like you need to leave, that's fine. But we're working towards something. So this is that next step. If you would, of course I want everybody to stick around and, see our everyday life, that journey until we get there and on. So I will definitely still be continuing to post on YouTube. It's just going to look a little different because our house is going to be a lot smaller, but I'm still going to be posting on YouTube. So hopefully, y'all want to stick around and see our everyday life. We're happy to have you. But that's it for today. I am super tired. I'm going to go in and cook some supper and start loading stuff in to the RV. Bye, guys.
Let's go. Bye. Okay, we're good. We're good. That's great. Stunning. Y'all got an extra long one from me tonight. It's almost 7 p.m. here in Chicago. Damn. Well, YouTubies, we really learned a lot. And yet, there's still so many questions. Anyways, that's all I got, YouTubies. Bye! Subscribe!